Welcome to Emotions and Stories. We should always help each other, but how does it matter if we don't? Let's find out from our today's story, Day the Junglefroze. In the middle of emerald forest, where the trees whispered secrets to the wind, lived a lively little squirrel named Sia. She was quick, clever, and full of energy. Every morning she jumped from branch to branch, collecting nuts and humming cheerful tunes. Sia liked her quiet life. She didn't like being disturbed or asked for help. "Why should I help others?" she often said. "Everyone should take care of themselves." Her friends Milo the monkey, Tina the turtle, and Rufu the rabbit often tried to include her in group work, but Sia always shook her tail and ran off. One sunny morning, King Leo the lion made an announcement. "The rains are late this year. We must store food and water together so everyone has enough if a dry spell comes." All the animals agreed to help except Sia. "I don't have time to share," she said proudly. "I'm collecting my own nuts. I'll be fine." And she was for a while. She built a warm nest, filled her storehouse with shiny brown nuts, and watched the others work together. Rufu dug tunnels to store carrots. Milo gathered fruits for everyone. Tia carried leaves to cover the food piles. When Sia saw them working hard, she giggled. "Look at them. So much work for others. What a waste of time." Weeks passed. The weather changed. One evening, dark clouds gathered above the forest. Thunder rumbled, rain poured for days without stopping. Soon, the river overflowed and the ground turned to mud. The animals' food piles got wet, except for Sia's nut high up in her tree. She peeked out proudly. "See, I was right. Helping others is silly. I am safe and dry." But then the storm got worse. Lightning struck an old tree near her nest, and crack! A huge branch fell, smashing her storage hole. Her nuts spilled everywhere and sank into the muddy water below. "Oh no!" cried Sia. My food, my home!" She shivered in the cold rain, hungry and scared. For the first time, she realized she had no one to call for help. Down below, she saw Rufu and Tina working together. They were pulling Milo out of a muddy pit. Sia called out, "Help! Someone please help!" Rufu looked up. "That's Sia. She's trapped." Tina frowned. "She never helped anyone before. Why should we?" But Milo interrupted. "We help because that's what friends do, even if they don't help us." The three animals hurried to her tree. Milo climbed up with his long arms, while Rufu and Tina steadied the vines below. With teamwork, they helped Sia down safely. Sia trembled and said softly, I don't deserve your help after how I've treated everyone." Tina smiled gently. "Maybe not before, but you can start helping now." They took Sia to a dry cave where everyone had gathered. The animals shared their food with her, giving her warmth and safety. Sia was speechless. She watched as they passed fruits, nuts, and leaves around. No one kept anything just for themselves. For the first time, she understood what true strength looked like, working together. The next morning, the rain stopped. The jungle sparkled, washed clean and fresh. Sia stood at the cave entrance watching her friends. When Milo started fixing broken branches, she jumped in to help. When Rufu collected carrots, she carried them in her tiny paws. When Tina built a new shelter, Sia tied leaves together with the vines. By evening, the jungle looked alive again, brighter and stronger than before. King Leo visited and roared proudly. "Well done, everyone. You've shown that when we help each other, no storm can defeat us. Sia smiled shyly and said, I learned my lesson, Your Majesty. A tree can't stand tall alone in a storm, and neither can we. The animals cheered, and Sia's heart filled with warmth, not for her nuts, but from something far better, friendship. From that day on, whenever someone needed help, Sia was the first to arrive. She gathered food for the old owl, fetched water for the thirsty fawn, even helped Milo carry coconuts. And every time she saw a new storm cloud, she whispered to herself, the jungle stays strong only when we stay together. Remember, if we don't help each other, we all fall apart. True safety and happiness comes from kindness, teamwork, and caring for one another. I hope you enjoyed today's story. Thank you.